Yamam officers who fail even slightly in training are removed, and you can only get in if you're already a part of a top military unit.
If you fail slightly in training, you're gone? They didn't even give you a second chance out there. Okay, maybe we should just keep the cops we have. What's up guys, the antihero here, and today we have a video called Deadliest Police Units in the World by Top 10s. I figured I started watching some other channels. I'm like, I've been watching the same ones for a while now, so I gotta start watching some other stuff. And also because I'm very curious to see how strong they are in other countries, like what, RoboCop level maybe? I have no idea. I'm just really curious to see how this is gonna turn out. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
These are the most elite police units in the world, with training and missions more intense and dangerous than the military. SOBR.
Goodness.
The SOBR is an elite unit within the Russian police, named the Special Rapid Response Unit. They're used for high-intensity raids, anti-terror missions, and organized crime. They're like military commandos, but with fewer rules. Trained in urban warfare, building assaults, and close-quarters combat. The SOBR are infamous for their sheer brutality, especially during the Second Chechen War, where they were even feared by the Russian military. Which makes sense as they're armored like a small army themselves. They travel in BTRs and GAZ Tigres, and are armed with AK-47s, RPGs, and grenade launchers. The SOBR
grenade
shoot
launchers
first and ask questions later, or not at all. They're also known for using psychological warfare tactics on those they arrest, such as blindfolding and isolating their detainees.
Imagine if we had that.
Sent in to break up major protests. They operate in absolute secrecy, normally wearing full face masks, ensuring no one can identify them. One of the SOBR's first missions was to take out the Russian mafia, which they brutally did in the 1990s, leaving a trail of bodies in their wake. Despite being a police unit, the SOBR normally recruit from military or special forces. Many human rights organizations have criticized the SOBR for ending suspects' lives instead of arresting them, but due to how secretive and protected they are, these claims are almost never investigated. BOPE. The BOPE are Brazil's most elite police force. Their name stands for Battalion of Special Police Operations, but they're known to locals as the Skulls. Their black uniforms and armored vehicles scare even Brazil's toughest gangs. They're called in when regular police are too scared. Brazil's slums named
when regular police are too scared. So they're like a last resort? You imagine that dude from Ghost is there with the damn skulls thing on his face?
Favelas are run by gangs, who often outnumber and outgun the regular police, which is where the BOPE comes in. During raids on favelas, the BOPE shoot immediately upon entry. They don't knock or even try to arrest anyone. Instead, they neutralize any threats, which is why they have one of the highest kill rates in the world. There have been some years where BOPE officers have ended more lives than some countries' entire militaries. While those militaries have been in wars, they travel around in massive armored vehicles, named Caveirons, but they're nicknamed Death Wagons by locals, because when it shows up, people die. The BOPE enter areas where even the military won't go, meaning most of what happens in their raids is off the books, allowing them to operate outside normal laws. Although the BOPE are a police unit, some officers see themselves as soldiers fighting in a war against Brazil's brutal gangs. SCO-19. SCO-19 are the Specialist Firearms Command of the UK's police. In the UK, most police don't carry guns, but SCO-19 definitely does. They respond to only the most deadly and dangerous situations, trained to kill with zero hesitation. They have to identify and sometimes neutralize threats within seconds. Unlike in the movies, SCO-19 doesn't shoot to wound, instead only aiming for the center mass or head. The scary thing about SCO-19 is you may not even see them coming. SCO-19 officers often operate as civilians in disguise, meaning you could walk past one without even knowing it. In a hostage situation, SCO-19 are the last resort. They don't negotiate. Instead, they eliminate threats without warning. Their intel comes directly from the Secret Service MI5. They travel around in high-speed kill vans, normally unmarked BMW X5s or Volvos. SCO-19 also have elite sniper teams. They're deployed during high-risk events, such as foreign state visits or royal occasions. GIGN. Meet France's most elite police unit, the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. The GIGN specialize in counter-terror and hostage rescue. They're so
gendarmerie? Like from Dragon Ball Daima? I'll stop. That's probably where they got the name from.
precise and deadly, they make the US SWAT team look like mall cops. Every GIGN officer is trained to kill calmly. Surprisingly, their weapon of choice is a .357 Magnum, and the reason why is scary. They're masters of headshots, and they never miss, making the .357 Magnum the best gun for the job. If these guys were in Call of Duty, they'd all have diamond camos. In 1994, an Air France flight was hijacked in Marseille, France. 4 hijackers took 232 people hostage on board the plane. That was until the GIGN were called in, eliminating the hijackers through the airplane windows. Unlike SWAT teams
through the windows, they didn't even go in there?
The GIGN prefer stealth entries, meaning their targets don't even get the chance to fire back. The GIGN also use flashbangs, gas, and drones, with each officer being hand-picked from French special forces. Many hostage takers immediately surrender when they realize the GIGN are nearby. Yamam. Yamam are Israel's most elite police unit. Some say Yamam are the deadliest police unit on Earth. They're used for hostage rescues and counter-terror, preemptively neutralizing targets before attacks even happen. They're also masters of going undercover, speaking and dressing like their targets.
They go in the waters too.
In training, Yamam snipers fire at targets while running at full speed, ensuring they can shoot mid-motion while under pressure. In 2023, a gas station in Israel was attacked. Yamam officers took out all 3 attackers in 18 seconds. Doing so with sheer precision. Yamam officers who fail even slightly in training are removed, and you can only get in if you're already a part of a top military unit.
If you fail slightly in training, you're gone? They didn't even give you a second chance out there. Okay, maybe we should just keep the cops we have. What if like some of our cops, they need a lot more strict stuff like these cops? Just not too much, but enough.
Such as the highly secretive Shayatet 13. Yamam isn't just scary,
maybe they look like ninjas sometimes.
CAJ. The CAJ are Serbia's most elite police unit, infamous for their very scary armored masks.
They look like some out of Black Ops.
Policing, they're trained in urban and guerrilla war, and are often military veterans of the Balkan Wars. CAJ's early missions include hunting down war criminals and taking out rogue paramilitaries who were armed with tanks and RPGs. The CAJ use live ammo during training, and their psychological training
they're like ninjas.
Trainees are pushed to the point of mental collapse, and are then taught to rebuild themselves under stress. The CAJ only use lethal force, and are silent when doing so, normally ending lives instead of making arrests. Serbia plays both sides, meaning they're trained in both NATO and Russian tactics.
That's crazy.
The CAJ are also known for their elite sniper teams, who are the best snipers from Serbia's military. FBI HRT. FBI HRT is the hostage rescue team of the FBI, often called America's domestic Delta Force. They're police, but train and operate like a military unit. They're cleared to use military-grade lethal force on US soil, and train with SEAL Team 6 and Delta Force. They're psychologically engineered to override fear. Despite being a hostage rescue team, they don't negotiate. Instead, they're cleared to go in and neutralize any targets, even if the hostages are still inside. They're known for conducting surveillance for days or weeks before a mission, bugging buildings with microphones, tracking cell phones, and watching people through walls using radar. They use SCAR rifles and MP5s,
that device
as well
looks
as
crazy.
custom shotguns and grenade launchers. For transport, they use armored vehicles and black helicopters, meaning FBI HRT is better equipped than many US military units. All of their missions are highly classified, meaning if things get crazy, you'll never hear the full story. These guys have zero accountability. JTF Joint Task Force 2 is Canada's most elite police unit.
They got weapons?
They operate in
like
total secrecy. Even the Canadian government aren't told about their missions, but we do know they've assassinated high-value targets overseas, including in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and North Africa. One of their snipers holds the longest confirmed kill shot of all time. This took place in 2017.
Wait, what'd that say? Canadian snipers 3.5 kilometer shot in Iraq. Damn! Yo, they don't play.
It's the longest confirmed kill shot of all time. This took place in 2017.
I feel like they're better than the lady in the gun from My Hero.
Sniper took out a
and you know her sniper goes far.
2.2 miles away, with the bullet traveling for over 10 seconds. Their training is so tough, Canadian Special Forces often fail. JTF-2 are trained to kill with their bare hands, snapping necks and crushing windpipes. During
you can snap necks?
Summits, they're deployed in plain clothing. JTF-2 also do missions with the American CIA,
What the
meaning
fuck?
they operate at the highest level. GEO. GEO is Spain's most elite police unit, specializing in hijackings and counter-terror. They're famous for their night raids on criminal groups, entering like ghosts, before either arresting or eliminating their targets. GEO have taken down entire mafia networks. Their training is brutal, including a 48-hour march, which unsurprisingly 95% fail. They're also cleared for cross-border elimination, meaning they can neutralize targets in Spain and abroad. Comment below which police unit was the most OP. Subscribe if you haven't yet.
Yo, that's crazy. And some of them look like ninjas. I'm like, yo, you don't want to mess with them. It's a wrap. You don't even need the Call of Duty Ghost dude. You don't even need RoboCop. They are those without even being a robot. Yo, that's crazy, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also in the comment section, tell me which one you think is the most lethal. Like, they all look serious though. But I think the ones that look like ninjas and stuff, they the ones that look the most OP to me. Keep it chill. I love y'all. And until next time, peace out.